stored? Is it going to be stored on a public website? Is it going to be stored within 20 hours? I'm talking about the data. I mean, the video. Is this video going to be stored in a place in which if I, as a regular citizen, want to view it, if I want to review it, then I can? How is it going to be archived? Is it going to be kept? Is it going to be a portal only at the police department? Can I get access to this video at the public library? Is it going to be on city cable? I mean, what's the protocol for the data? That's what I'd like to know. And as a member of the public, will I be able to get access to it? Will it take a freedom of information release? Will I have to sue to get it? I mean, is this information going to be available to the public is what I'm trying to say. And what are the rules surrounding that? Because that to me is very, very key. I'm sick and tired of being in a situation where we got to wait for the Hamilton County prosecutor. I'm a little tired of that. And whatever he decides he wants to do. What are the rules? That's what I like to know. But you tell me. I mean, so far it seems to be pretty straightforward and nothing that surprises me. I'm going to check that out, Tracy, during the break. He says North Carolina just passed a law allowing officers to not show their body cameras to the public. That's not good. Tanika writes something about her post. Good morning to you, Tanika. I'll check it out, actually. Hope you're not having any issues. Brian writes, killing unarmed people, specifically black men, will never stop anytime soon. It will slow down if some of these cops start blowing the whistle on their brothers in blue. And that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. When was the last time a serpent coat stepped up? It's very rare. Very rare. Brian writes, as I watch the media, they would have us think that the police around the country don't have any inside training issues. Rhonda writes, the ones that do vote, they won't go serve on the jury. Every time they call for jury, they found a way to get out of it. Right. Yeah. I talked with a brother face to face who's like over the Hamilton County Public Defender's Office, right? It's a brother. All those lawyers, it's brother, black man. And he's like, man, Nate, and he wasn't talking to me specifically. I think he was talking with part of a panel discussion. He's like, it just blows me away that you have black people that recuse themselves. They get themselves kicked off the jury. Because they come down there, and when the prosecutor starts to interview them, they stand up and say things like, man, I don't care about no damn police. I hate the police. Get me off of here. Okay, bro, I get you. You don't like the police. But damn it, do you understand there's a larger issue here? It's not always just about you. Jordan writes, Bernie pulled a KD, beat into submission. That's funny. Bernie Sanders pulled a Kevin Durant, huh? Said you can't beat him, join him. Oh, man. I want to see a meme with a Golden State Warriors jersey on Bernie Sanders. That's good fun. That's funny right there. Good morning to you, Brent. John writes, not to be contradictory, but you can secure the video without a warrant. It is evidence. Whether it is evidence of Sterling threatening someone with a gun or evidence of officers illegally assaulting Sterling, both are allegations at this time. Short-term evidence can be seized once it is determined to be evidence. If it was in someone's home, that is when you would need a warrant. I speak to this as a former investigator and current supervisor. Well, thank you for your expertise, John. Appreciate that. Because we want to be on point here. I love the diversity of opinion. Appreciate that. Mike writes, good morning. Tracy writes, good to know, John. Absolutely. Thanks for that. Good morning, Robin. Good to see you, Robin. Good morning, Brenda. Brian writes, I can hear it now. I forgot to turn the body cam on. Too many factors that can lead to excuses. It comes back. See, here's the reason why there's always going to be police shootings. There's always going to be mistakes. When you're dealing with a human element, you've got emotions. People become afraid. People misremember. They think they're seeing things they don't really see. Things happen. I get it. I don't want to vilify a police officer for making a mistake, even if it leads to somebody's life. Hear me out here. I understand that mistakes happen. I don't want you to make a mistake with somebody I know, but I understand it. The problem is that in many cases, these officers, it appears, either lie, in my humble opinion, or they get off on it. That's the problem. As a citizen, if I make a mistake, listen, if I take my weapon and I go out to the streets and I do something reckless, I might have to spend some time in jail. I already know that. It should be no different for an officer. Should be no different for an officer. Ms. D writes, Nate, I love that Junior brings you joy you can't contain. I heard you trying not to chuckle at him. Hashtag Daddy's Rock. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Kiki writes, it's real live purge happening out here. Y'all better wake up. That's a great concept for that movie. It really is. That's a little bit of science fiction right there, a little alternate universe. Essentially, that movie says that there is something inside of human beings, a bloodlust, that unless we purge, will manifest itself throughout the rest of the years in our life. That's deep. That's deep. And I wonder if there's ever been a society or a culture, right, throughout the annals, the eons of human recorded history or not recorded history, in which they had somewhat of a ritual like that. The purge. James writes, good morning. Absolutely. Ms. D, you're absolutely right. Junior, little Nate, little G, little D, he's developing very, very nicely. I'll put it that way. Very, very nicely. Cincinnati releases policy for the body cams. You can read it for yourself. They're asking for feedback. Okay. And if you click on that, it's going to take you to a SurveyMonkey feed. A lot of people use SurveyMonkey. And they're asking you 4 questions. 1, after reading the Cincinnati body worn camera policies and procedures. Damn, that's a mouthful. After reading the Cincinnati Police body worn camera policies and procedures, what questions or feedback do you have? ? There's a little box for that. Number 2 question from the Cincinnati Police Department they're asking is, what questions do you still have about the Cincinnati Police body worn camera program in general? Damn, that's a big mouthful. Can we just call it the CPBW? No, we can't. What do you think police body worn cameras can help accomplish in Cincinnati? ? 4, which of these describe you? Check all that apply. I live in the city of Cincinnati. I work in the city of Cincinnati. I visit the city of Cincinnati. I have not yet been to the city of Cincinnati. And then 5, it's been years since I have been to the city of Cincinnati. And okay, I mean, those questions are not bad, quite honestly. Those are very decent questions. They're very open-ended. And as I read these questions, I can tell that they are designed to elicit a very personal and individual response. Okay. After reading the Cincinnati Police body worn camera policies and procedures, what questions or feedback do you have? So right there off the top, they're telling you to read the damn survey first, Cincinnatians. Don't just go on here and scribble in some stuff and then hit send or done in this case, but actually read it. And then you can be, you can be up to date on what they're asking you. And then 2, what questions do you still have about the Cincinnati body worn camera program? I'm just mangling that in general, ? And again, open-ended and designed to get a very individual response. So there it is. You can find the link on my Facebook page right now. Nathan Ivey EY, the Nathan Ivey EY Show, the Nathan Ivey Show. And they're asking you to send them, and that's the city of Cincinnati, a little bit of information about the body worn camera. So like in my case, I'm going to go back and read it more thoroughly. So I have a good understanding of what it is that they're trying to tell us. And then one of my issues, if it's not already discussed, is I'd like to know, what is the protocol? I mean, remind the public, put some money into some public education. I mean, that's another thing that needs to happen in the city of Cincinnati. It's one thing for the city to say, listen, we want us to all get along and have a great relationship, but you got to arm people with information. So for instance, you got the Citizens Complaint Authority. It is in the best interest of the city to promote either the number, the website, the mechanism, whoever you got to talk to if you have an issue with the police. Why? That's not anti-police. that is going to make citizens feel as if their government is invested in their issues. Okay, even if it's with a police officer. Okay, I don't think the city does a good job of that. If you've got the citizens come, and look, some folks might not even know about it. So if they have a run-in with police, they've got this avenue. They don't even know about it. They got this pressure, this resentment that builds up in them. And, maybe it can turn into another Dallas, or maybe it leads for somebody just to have an ill viewpoint of the police. All I'm saying is that with education and proper communication, maybe some of these issues between the police and the community can be resolved. Good morning to you, currently 8 a.m. in the Queen City. My name is Nathan Ivey, and we'll be right back.
I wish I was in school. I wish I was in school. I wish I was in school.
Summer isn't fun when you're hungry.
If only I had a big test today. Or a book report to give. Give me a math quiz. Give me some homework.
If your child relies on free school lunches, we can help provide them with free meals this summer.
I'll stay after class. I'll clean the chalkboard. I'll keep my desk real clean.
So they can stop worrying about food and start focusing on fun.
I'll do extra homework. I'll clean the class pet's cage. I'll skip recess.
School might end, but free lunches don't have to.
I wish I was in school. I wish I was in school.
If your child relies on free school lunches, we can help provide them with free meals this summer. Visit feedingamerica.org/summer meals to find your local food bank for help. Once again, that's feedingamerica.org/summer meals. Together, we're feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad O'Clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's a brand new day. It's a beautiful brand new day in the Queen City. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, July 13th, 2016. And I have an appointment at about, let me check it here, 10:30 approximately, to talk to a man about a procedure that begins with a V. And I'm finally scheduled for it the last Friday of July. I'll tell you all about it. I may take pictures. I might videotape the whole thing while I'm in the stirrups. Men, you have to take control of birth control, okay? And you can do that by having a very simple procedure. And it's called a vasectomy, man. And that's right, your boy is going under the scalpel. And I'm going old school, man. I'm going Spartan style. You're not putting me under for nothing like that. Like I told you, there are some procedures for which a man should be wide awake. When your children are born, you should be wide awake. Should be right there. When they take that little person out the belly or the C-section, or maybe they come through the natural route, they should hand that child to you. That's the old school way. You should not be asleep during that procedure. Same thing with a vasectomy. You should be wide awake for that, dog. Wide awake. And I plan on being awake. That might be cool. I'll let you know about it. Also, next week, we'll be broadcasting live from the Republican National Convention up in Cleveland. That's right. The Nathan Ivey Show's going on the road. I mean, we have so many firsts. I mean, for like a brand new media venture, oh, man, I've been very blessed. I mean, blessed to have an audience, blessed to have a first sponsor. Many online shows, podcasts, they never get a sponsor, let alone a sponsor of, quite honestly, this magnitude. And very appreciative. And now we're taking the show on the road. Our road trip, I'm looking forward to it. That'll be Monday. Check back the show. And we're on Facebook and connected. Let's stay connected. How do you feel about this?
Secretary Clinton has won the Democratic nominating process.
Hey, Brent, where you at, bro? Wait, let me read this here. Is Brent on here? Brent, what do you think about this? I know you were and